As stated almost immediately after the verdict was delivered, Amber Heard's legal team has launched their appeal to have their ruling of her defamation case against her ex-husband Johnny Depp overthrown, and are citing issues with the jury as part of their argument. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at Amber Heard's insane argument and appeal that made the jury go mad on her. Yeah, you heard it right. In their motion to set aside the verdict filing, Heard's team, including lawyer Elaine Charleston-Bredehoff, who has been vocal about her dismay in the outcome of the trial, have said that they believe the 7-person civil jury was not thoroughly scrutinized prior, urging the court to investigate whether Juror 15 properly served on the jury. The motion states that there's been some confusion over Juror 15's birth date, alleging that on the juror panel list sent to the council before voir dire, the court noted that the individual who would later be designated Juror 15 had the birth year of 1945. However, Juror 15 was clearly born later than that year. Publicly available information demonstrates that he appears to have been born in 1970. Heard's legal team is hoping this alleged discrepancy can raise questions over the suitability of the jury panel as a whole. Continuing on, the filing also adds that should Juror 15 not in fact be the same individual on the venire, or that the court's clerk office did not verify his identity, Heard's due process was compromised. The motion also argues that the case relied on heavily flawed logic, arguing that Depp's claims proceeded solely on a defamation by implication theory, abandoning any claims that Heard's statements were actually false. In response to the filing, a member of Johnny Depp's legal team, Ben Chu, said via Courthouse News that Heard's appeal was what we expected, just longer, no more substantive. A new filing from Heard's team calls for a new trial to be ordered after they claim to have discovered the wrong juror and served the summons. Amber Heard is calling for a mistrial in the Johnny Depp defamation case after her legal team claims to have discovered that one of the jurors who decided the case was never actually summoned for jury duty. On Friday, Heard's team filed a shocking new motion based on additional discovered facts. According to a redacted copy of the filing obtained by EW, her lawyers allege that two people with the same last name live at the address where the summons was sent in April, a 77-year-old and a 52-year-old. The older individual was called to serve on the jury, but according to Heard's lawyers, the younger one showed up in court. Thus, the 52-year-old sitting on the jury for 6 weeks was never summoned for jury duty on April 11th and did not appear in the list, as required, reads the motion. The filing goes on to state that Virginia has safeguards in place to prevent these types of mix-ups, such as using a 7-digit juror number, zip code, and birth date to verify jurors' identities. Those safeguards are in place and relied upon by the parties to verify the identity of the correct juror, to ensure due process and a fair trial for all litigants, reads the filing. When these safeguards are circumvented or not followed, as appears to be the case here, the right to a jury trial and due process are undermined and compromised, citing her right to rely on the basic protection that the jurors in this trial would be individuals who were actually summoned for jury duty. Heard's lawyers are asking that a mistrial be declared and a new trial be ordered. Heard's team declined to comment on the motion, and Depp's team did not immediately respond to EW's outreach. The case began in 2019 when Depp filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Heard over a 2018 Washington Post op-ed detailing what she characterized as her experiences as a domestic violence survivor. Though the op-ed does not mention Depp by name, his lawyers argued that the references to him were clear and damaging to his career and reputation. The trial began in Virginia in April and concluded last month in Depp's favor when the jury ruled that Heard defamed him, awarding the actor $15 million in damages, which the judge reduced to $10.35 million in accordance with state law. Heard scored a small victory in her countersuit, receiving $2 million in compensatory damages and no punitive damages. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words, Heard said in a statement following the verdict. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. Depp said that he was humbled in his own statement, speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. He said, I feel at peace knowing that I finally accomplished that. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.